But if the price is good for all rewarding, then let us die without a shred of fear. To be the great nation of fatherland, if we are solemn pledge, defending thee shall be our dedication. Spirit of God, we come privilege. The way, the which embodies the free, shall always be of us. Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's program. The co-host will join us soon. He's having a technical issues with his mic and all the rest. So in the due time, he's going to join us. I ask everybody to stay tuned as we continue. You know, this is our struggle we are in during the time of such important issues. You see so many things will be coming up to hinder the gospel of Chukwokike and to hinder the truth. But as we all know, there must be a way to handle things, and Okike will help us to overcome. So you're welcome once again to our weekly program, and I thank the host for giving us this opportunity to come together every Sunday to say it the way it is, to educate ourselves, and to give suggestions.
Thank very much. Machineke,
Maz, you're
thank
welcome
you
back.
very much. Thank you very much for at least jumping in while the zoo tried to kind of cut me off from this hallowed platform. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're joining us. You are all welcome to Biafran Twitter space. Oh, hey, Biafra. Oh, hey, Biafra. IPOB, we always remain one family against all odds. No matter what the enemy to do, we continue like as our leader said. Nothing will stop us. I thank all my comrades here today. But before we continue, let's start with thanking our eternal leader, Dim Chukwuemeka, a man that fought the zoo to the field, a man that saw it all, sacrifice all his family wealth for the sake of me and you. The same thanks and greeting goes to our leader, our spiritual and our spring leader, Onyemazin Nandekano, a man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya and rendition to the zoo called Nigeria, and 13th of October, that the appeal court said and draw a judgment that this man is free, discharged, and acquitted. Since more and foremost, our leader is being held illegally in DSS dungeon because me and you. What was his crime? His only crime is let my people go. Our leader is having serious health problem in the dungeon. Nobody cares about it. Not the British government, whom he is their citizen, not the United Nations that claim to rule the world, not any other foreign government, but we Biafrans, the IPOB, the family that he leads. We care for him. It is our primary objective to make sure that our leader is released. I thank each and every one of you for joining us. How can I thank the doors? The doors are wise, the wise men assembled by our leader to this. Because our people are so confused sometimes. The same greed and thanks goes to the Eastern Security Network. Our those men that are sitting in the trench in different bush and forest Biafra land. Those men that have sworn oaths that take it primary objective that our ancestral heritage is protected. That's Biafra land is not overrun from this Fulani Janjaweed. Those that have sworn to make sure that we are eradicated from this Mother Earth. We thank them for all their sacrifices, and we say when Biafra come, all of them shall be rewarded according to their sacrifice, both those that have passed away. We thank the class of 1967, those men that died smiling, those men that gone from the zoo with bare hands, those men that understood the meaning of freedom, Those men that live free good years. In those 3 good years, they could perform wonders for other black nations to emulate. We thank each and every one of you. We thank the host for providing the platform for us to be able to share our views, to be able to strategize and execute whatever we deem necessary to do. I thank each and every one of you, and I welcome you one more time to Biafran Twitter space. As you all know, this is a 1-hour program. So endeavor to come in time, and as you're here, please invite your friends, your neighbors, even your enemies. Invite everyone to come because Nigeria is in a serious mess. That contraption cause is in a quag. It has got to wall and it's going to hit the wall, and the zoo must fall at the end of the day. As you all have seen, the agendas are already congratulating Tifnubu, the man that rigged the election with the fake Buhari and the cabals. You can see the British government have congratulated them. The British Prime Minister have did so. They are all congratulating them, telling Nigerians to go to court. And I asked, to which court are they going? Is it the same that is keeping an innocent man in since more than 4 months? Or is it the same court that was causing confusion when they tried to seize the wealth of Nigeria, when they withdraw the bartenders that Nigerians are using when they are seizing it back? Is it the same that say that is illegal and the government continue? I am asking the masses that are gullible, the ignorant masses from Africa, the ignorant Nigerian masses, I am asking them, to which court is the international community asking people to go? Yesterday, I had an argument with one obedient fellow that lives in my city here, and he was asking me what is the way out. I told him, you live here in the Western world like me. If it is here in the Western world, the masses will be on the street every day, not minding what the leading candidate, Mazi Peter Obi, tell them. Even if you like, you should tell them to calm down or this or that. Nobody will listen to him in the Western world, because it's not just Peter Obi's mandate that was stolen. It is the future of those masses, those obedience that are being stolen now. On the other hand, they are being told to go and make another governorship election next week. Now, beat me once, shame on me, but beat me twice, so who do you call it? What I'm trying to remind Nigerian masses, the youth that does not know the way forward, is to reclaim your mandate is in your hands. It is not in the hand of the zoo court, because you know that judiciary is dead in that country. By the way, before we continue, let me use this opportunity to introduce myself one more time for those that are joining us for the first time. My name, remember, Mazi Chukwuemeka Anyoro Okafor. Mazi Okafor is from Aniocha province in Biafra, based here in Bremen, Germany, and served indigenous people of Biafra as region coordinator. And by the grace of Chukwuemeka Biama, I should be among those that will be in Biafra land celebrating Biafran struggle, because there will be no retreat and there will be no surrender until Biafra land is restored. This is what we want everybody that believes in what we are doing, is one thing they have to understand. And even our enemies, the earlier they get it clear, the better for them. The easier the pain is for everyone. Because this particular struggle has been given over, not just to us, but generations to come. Meaning, no matter what happened, no matter how many of us you killed, no matter how you try to suppress us, bring the whole powers that has to be, Biafra must be restored. There is nothing any one of you can do against it. Against all odds, we shall continue moving. Just like as our leader said, it is very, very painful that our leader is having serious health issues in the ESS dungeon, and the British government is keeping quiet. Is it because our leader is a black person? This is the question we are asking them. Is it because our leader is an African? Is that why the British government is turning blind eye to what every injustice that is being perpetuated against our leader? Is that why they are keeping quiet? They are not talking. We are going to keep notifying them, and we shall always keep notice, and we shall keep record of all their action. Because like as you all saw what is happening in Congo, the Congolese people has risen up to protest Emmanuel Macron visiting their country, the French president. Very soon it has to be like that. It will become a trend if this attitude is not changed. It's going to be a trend. They should not think that we are hopeless or that we are planless. We have a blueprint, and we have every option in our hand to restore our country. There is nothing anybody can do against it. Exactly. Because watching what is transpiring right now in Russia, the same way those people that are in Luhansk and Donetsk did their own referendum, and Russia is defending them. One day, Vladimir Putin has said it, that very soon, all those colonies that the British and the French are raping, those people that they are raping, stealing their resources and everything, they also deserve freedom. So the conflict is a big opportunity for all the oppressed nation, all the oppressed third world nation. It's not going to take time before we see things turning around. This is one thing that is sure. You can never hold somebody down on the ground for forever and ever, because the more you are holding the person on the ground, the more you yourself will be on the ground. And since Russians have understood the garden where these European countries are going to harvest their wealth is Africa. It is a big hustle for every one of them. They are in big soup and they are in big problem. So soon the table shall turn. We know this, even though we are not hoping on anybody to come and raise, because we know that those that are standing as our enemies, that we are better and we are bigger than them, and we can deal with them. We know that the fight we are fighting is not our Fulani black brothers that are there, but the British people that are supporting them with some of their cabals that are trying to suppress us. Let me warn Nigerians, those that call themselves Nigerians, those that are one Nigerianists. You see the hate you have for the Igbos will end up destroying you. The hate you are propagating for Biafrans will end up destroying you if care is not taken. I want to make things clear. Most of you can remember during the time of NSAS, when the masses went to the street to demand the change of this government, the way they are being treated, the injustice that are being peddled against the citizens. At a certain point, the card the politicians play with tribal cards. The same tribal cards that are fighting very difficult to play this time around is the same thing they want to introduce, because they know that they have duped, they have raped, they have cheated the citizens, the masses, the will of the masses that they oppress. Put somebody that is not, that didn't even get 10% of the vote as a president, somebody that is handicapped, somebody that is using diaspora, somebody that is pissing on his trouser, somebody that is shitting on his trouser, somebody that cannot make a sentence without collaborating, somebody that is shaking, his hand is shaking, suffering from Parkinson, suffering from all kinds of diseases. They needed a fool, somebody that they will always present a in front of him and he will sign, so that they can continue to loot the mineral resources that country have. And that is the game that they rush to must be to tell him, you have to come and calm down your followers, tell them that you are going to go and reclaim your mandate in court. I am telling the mass, don't be fooled. You all saw what happened in Bangladesh the other day. You also, wherever they have election in every other part of the world, that is how the citizens, the masses, always stand up to reclaim their mandate back. And this is the bitter way you have to go, whether you like it or not, because we warned you people while you were preparing to legitimize these cabals they are looting. Because each time process happens, a shambolic selection happen. It is a way the legitimizing their looting. And in most cases, just like as our leader used to say, we are right. Before this particular, we told you people, look, it's not that even a chicken, ants and chicken knew that Peter be the won every province, every state, every this thing in that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. At the end of the day, we told you people, even when he won, they will not give him. This is what is transpiring. And you all saw it. So our question remains, how are you people going to claim your mandate back? This has nothing to do with IPOB, because from beginning we told you we don't want to be part of this charade. We don't believe in the system, believe in this shambolic system. We remain neutral. We go out and exercise your democratic rights. We don't want to obstruct anybody from doing whatever that is democratic right he has to exercise in it. But we want, this is what we knew, because Anna see from Isiahu Marco Sisi at the end of the day, it's not the first time. We've seen it. We've been there, done that. That's why we told you people. So now that is this way, it is your responsibility, gullible Nigerian masses I'm talking to, Gen's generation, those people that keep screaming, they will never try, they will never try. They've tried though. Those people that shout will not happen. It has happened though. It has happened. So the question now remains, what are you people going to do, the youth? Are you people still looking at the heaven the woman told you that if you die, you will go? And the same refuse to die immediately to go to that heaven, but instead coming to our country to steal every mineral. Life is all about reincarnation. And the you stand up and fight for your rights. Freedom is not given, it's taken. The earlier this you did in Indomie generation, remember that this life you're living is all about reincarnation, and your right is your right. Nobody can fight for your right for you except you do it by yourself. Easier it will be for all of you to claim this mandate. And don't be surprised if Labour Party could be putting under arrest at any moment from now if he failed to go again according to the guidelines given to him. And the worst out of it are head of state you have in that shithole called Africa. Those that came as election observers, that we are living, and the only statement they could make is the election is not so clean, but we advise the Labour Party candidate to go to court, knowing well that the judiciary is dead. Those imbecile leaders, I should address all of them like that. Animal in human skin, fella used. They have no balls on their leg. If this were white people there, they will start. They will lead the protest to force the zoo to do the right thing. If this were formerly in this world, they will lead the protest in that contraption called zoo. As you invited them as observer, they will not let it fall on them. I'm going to make them understand today that whoever died during this process of reclaiming this mandate, the blood of your head, from Thabo Mbeki to whoever that participated in as observer in that shambolic court selection, because you all know that it was flawed from beginning, and you allow it to continue. Only God knows what kind of briefcase you all got on your way back home. Hopefully, your plane crashed. No African should wish you people good, according to dealing with Africans in the last years. None of us wish you good. None of us wish all of you good. The state you've put Africa, fourth African kids that are dying in the high sea trying to over a place that good like our ancestral heritage. Most of us here that understand the system and have lived a long time, we know, realize that at the end of the day, there is no place like home. That is why we are strong in this struggle, because we believe we were tricked out of our ancestral, which is the kingdom of God on this Mother Earth, Biafra, to come serving as slave in this white man country. And that's why we would like to go back. And that's why we are going to do everything possible to make sure we go back home. So we are telling the obedience generation, the right, you don't have to wait for your leading candidate. You must not listen when he's telling you. People have to be on the street for him to be able to lead you people. Those you that were to be up and down, those Nigerians, all of you have to go to the street. The way you were following him up and down, all of you have to come on the street and demand that he come out so that you guys should go and claim your mandate together. That is the way it's done in Western world. In case few people don't know, you see this Western world, the way it's done is all of you people that were shouting obedience, just like those ones I saw in a Nigerian embassy in London. It has to be that all of you, wherever you are, you call yourself obedient. You people have to go demonstrating Nigeria in that contraption called Nigeria to claim your mandate. Because if those powers that the agendas, those that think that they own Nigeria, the world order, when they see that you guys have woken up, that you guys fail to be fooled again, you guys fail to be raped again, you guys fail to be deceived again, they will know that it will turn to problem. Because an average European man that has nothing to do with all these agendas, when they see you people stand up, they will support people. Because here in Germany that I am, you have last week almost 1 million people coming to denounce the war against Russia, telling their government to stop giving weapons to Ukraine. That is the white people think. They remind their government, giving weapons to Ukraine will not stop this war, and we don't want it. So stop giving these people weapons. And moreover, we need the money that you are using to produce this weapon to build infrastructure in our own country. How white people think. And they all went to the streets. Even though their media here are also partial, still there are some that will still go with the masses because they know at the end of the day, there will be accountability. Before we continue, I want to hand over the mic to one of my colleagues. Mazi Kidiba, can you hear me? We go according to the line. After you, I will give Mazi Kechuku, then Mazi Ojadi, Mazi Van, Mazi Lion Man. We have a lot of speakers standing up to talk. But before we continue, Mazi Kidiba, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mazi Chukwemeka.
Mazi, the mic is yours.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to wherever you're listening from. Special appreciation to the IPOB family worldwide and lovers of freedom too. I greet you too if you are here with another agenda, because we as an IPOB, we've seen so many agendas and none of them agenda. Just like we told the obedient movement, there is something that differentiates IPOB from any other movements in the world. Consistency. We don't back down. We don't back down. We never do, except we get what we want. I was looking at the timeline the other day, and I was seeing tweets like, oh, more like this, March 11, I'm not going out to vote anywhere. These are the people that want to take back Nigeria. They just tried once, just like they did with NSAS. Tried once. And an old man, a sickling, outsmarted all of them. And in the future, they will come here to rant and call us terrorists, call us miscreants, call us fools. I don't know who's a bigger fool now. I'm not laughing at them. I have families down there who will be affected by this abomination. But it wants you know her. But say now. It's just part of it. When you tell them, when you give them political facts, things that are so obvious and glaring, they tend to counter you with emotions. They tend to counter you with their sensitivity, naiveness. emebega attack in person, Wabagafa. They say all kind of things and neglecting the obvious. Okwomego, March 11 now, they will back down. And let me tell you again, like I said in this space before the election, March 11 will determine if APC will back down or not. If the obedient movement keeps quiet and let them take March 11, those people that are saying that they won't go to vote, they won't go to do this. March 11 is what APC is waiting for. You see that result they will get from March 11. They will combine it with the presidential. You wouldn't know which one is. Everybody know now. Everybody know how they do it in Lagos. March 11, they will use March 11 to tell you this is how it was voted and this is why we won. If the obedience movement back down from March 11, APC wins it all. Peter Obi na court is just nonsense. This is facts. Well, I will have to keep calm a little bit and watch and listen to other speakers talk. I just want to let you know that I'm here today and I am following aptly. I yield the mic.
Ndewo Mazi Chukwukabiama, continue to protect you and may Elohim be your strength. You know, this is we've been prophesizing. Just like as our leader we say, we don't know what is wrong with the mind and brain of black people. Not understand. We don't know what their problem is. You saw already how everything was programmed. Everybody could see it. It's not like it's a magic or something like. We all saw it. There are videos going up and down. Reports of people snatching a ballot box. Report NYAC youth corpers taking bribe and cancelling election. Report of those that try to transmit the election result they have and they were at gunpoint to do different things. Report of governors threatening INEC officials in their state. I've paid your boss already to deliver this state. And if you are not going to leave this state, somebody like the frog that lead Liver State, he call himself Nelson Wiki. That animal that talk like I don't know what to. He's going to end up in. You see this thing. He started a fight with his people. After this particular election, we know where that animal will run to. After massacring our people in Obibu, and we know where that animal will run to. We are keeping records. We are keeping record. You see, this time around, after this quagmire, after this drama that is unfolding, we shall count our eggs. That is the way it is. There is no escape of it. Those of you that think it's business as usual, I'm very sorry, because it's not going to be business as usual. Our primary objective remains the freedom of our leader, Onyenduma, and the man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya, tortured 8 days and rendition back to the contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. A man that is seriously sick in DSS dungeon. And everybody keeping quiet. Everybody is being distracted with this shambolic election zoo. And I ask those that are preparing to go to court, if the same freed an innocent man since more than 4 months ago, and this terrorist government are holding him? Or is it the same that said that the illegal withdrawal of the old Naira tenders should stop, and the government continued? We are waiting, we are watching. Just like as we say we don't want to interfere in this process, we are going to see. We are expecting the obedience to rise up. Before I continue, I want to hand the mic to Mazi Ikechukwu. Please, comrade, let's keep 3 minutes. We have a lot of speakers. Those that are still demanding that they want to get the mic are waiting, and we want to give enough people opportunity, even though we run out of the time. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
Mazi, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all Biafrans, regardless of where you are listening from. As you all know, my name is Mazi Ikechukwu. I'm speaking from Biafra land. Well, essentially, my speech should concentrate more on our leader Mazen and Kano. His health is fast deteriorating, and we must act fast as possible. We must do what you got to do to make his release go or come faster. As we all have seen, the report that came from our most indefatigable barrister Ejiofor, he has given us the notice that our leader's health is fast deteriorating. He is there suffering because of us. He is there. The suffering, the torture, the hunger, the starvation, everything is all because of us. He loves us very much, but the most pathetic thing there is that the love is not being given back to him the way he gives us that love. He gave us protection. We that are residing here in the Biafra land, he gave us protection. Even those residing in diaspora, he gave your house. Ụnọ debe nna gị, ndị ikwu nne gị, ikwu nna gị, ikwu be nna gị. He gave all of them protection by launching ESN. That was all his ideology. IPOB was his ideology. Everything. He gave us all that protection. He gave us the knowledge. He gave us that wisdom that we are using to match now. But what do we do back? Our people have abandoned the only man that sincerely loves them. Then they faced their Obi and said that he is now their savior. I even watched the video the other day. They were actually shouting that Obi's mandate is their total freedom. Wow. Black slaves. Well, as you all have seen very well, we are never backing down. We are never backing down. The election that they went for, a lot of them were beaten mercilessly by the rain. During the sun beat them. Everything. And then lastly, it was all junk. It was all shit. They did that all in vain. And their mandate was stolen with millions of dollars. This is Nigeria for you. This is the zoo for you, just like our leader calls it. But I myself, I call it a jungle because the zoo is a well coordinated place where animals even obey rules and regulations. But here, it is a jungle. No one respects the rule of law. No one respects the regulations and the rules. No one respects the constitutions. Nothing. It is all jungle. So, as we must continue, there is this message that Mazi Elechukwu Ohagi shared with us. He actually shared an idea. He said that he suggests that we should embark on, pressuring the UK Prime Minister on our Tuesday tweet about their citizen, which is our leader Mazen Kano, who they have already abandoned in a jungle's dungeon. They have actually abandoned him because our people still asked why have the UK abandoned Mazen Kano? Why would you ask such a question when you know very well that Mazen Kano is actually about to take away what they stole, what they are stealing, and what they are still stealing, or what they will still steal from our land. Once Biafra is restored, that is, Biafra restoration is the total liberation of the whole of Africa. If you don't know it today. Once Biafra is restored, believe you me, the whole of Africa has been liberated forever, because Biafra will happen to be the only autonomous country in Africa. Only African autonomous country, as in only sovereign. I mean, only sovereign country in Africa. All these Burkina Faso, Mali, you think they are sovereign? Go and sit down. You don't know what you're talking about. All of them, their leaders are being chosen by their miscellaneous colonial masters. That is the head of states of the countries that colonized them. They are being chosen, they are being picked, they are being selected, as just as your Chief Nubu have been selected in Nigeria again. They selected Buhari in 2015 and they selected him again in 2019. They have now selected Chief Nubu now in 2023, and you are still crying, and you are still fighting, and you are still sweating and suffering to take back what a British man created for his own good. A British man came and created Nigeria as a company, as a money well. He created Nigeria to earn his living and not for the goodness of the people living in the contraption. This is Nigeria.
That's correct. That is very, very correct. You know, I will call you in very soon because of time, you know, every to keep on the time watching it.
Yeah.
Continue. Unless you just remain on your mic, you just mute yourself. As we finish the speakers, I will give you the mic back. And watching it, Nugo.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. You see, before we continue, I want to say, may the soul of Chidebere Nwa Biafra, a hardcore Biafran citizen that passed away some days ago in a car accident. I want to use this opportunity to say, may his soul rest in peace. May our ancestors welcome him, and with a golden ceremony whenever he arrives. We weep for his families and we console. Here we Chukwu Kabiama grant his soul eternal rest. He say. It is very, very, I don't know how to explain it. Most of us does not understand what actually transpired last week, because you could hear some people saying what they don't know. People speaking. Eastern region was the only place that this rigging of election did not happen that much. Have you asked yourself why? Most people did not know. In case you don't know, go home and tell yourself, even where you are, say, thus wise. Thank the Prince of Peace, Onyendumazen Nnamdi Kanu, a man that reminded the doors that our place should be peaceful. And they did it. They implement it one-to-one to make sure that the good ones and the ignorant ones, those that were running up and down 650 days, screaming Biafra will come today. I want somebody to ask, and wherever you see them, today being the 5th of March, is going to finish in the next 4 hours. We want to see the Biafra you promise our people, duping them of their hard-earned money, promising them this and that. And our ignorant brothers were for it. So those of you, we told you, this day will still come and pass. It is only a foolish tenant, knowing that he doesn't have money. When the landlord comes, he will tell the landlord, I swear, give me 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I will pay. Forgetting that 2 weeks you're calling is already behind you. That when that 2 weeks come, your problem will done. That is why our leader always say in IPOB, we remain whiter than white and whiter than snow. We don't give fake promises. That's why when the leadership told our people, make sure you keep your currencies, your wealth, national currencies. If most of you has obeyed, the time these people start seizing the bartenders, the naira notes you have in that country, you won't have anything to do with it. And believe me, they will come. This animal that is ready, that is wearing diaspora, that is shitting and pissing on his trouser, that is suffering from Parkinson and stroke and everything that they put there. He might decide one day and tell you, and tell more especially the Biafran people, that your wealth is gone. Ozemena Wansugbe said it once. If coming generations of Biafrans, if they don't take their time with their foolishness, our leader told them some years ago, go back home and invest. Our late eternal leader, Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, said it once. Anybody that failed to come to our ancestral heritage to invest should know that your investment you are doing outside is for other people. So the day it turns around, don't start crying home. That is just a fact. You can't go to somebody's house and go there and claim that you are the owner of the house. It's impossible. Because if anybody to be to claim my father's compound, that is just the way it is. So our people should wisen up and know where your territory is. Don't be fooled by the impression of being a one Nigerianist because nobody loves you. And that is just a fact. If you are an Easterner, if you are a Biafran, you should know how you've been treated for more than 150 years. And then ask yourself a question, do I deserve to live that way? Before we continue, let me hand the mic over to Mazi Ojadi Victor. Mazi Ojadi, please keep to the time, Mazi Emeka. 3 minutes. The mic is yours.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Can take your time zone. I am Ojadi Victor Meka from Biafra land. Got my statement and what am I about to say? Going to discuss on election and all these criminals and all these things. I'm just laughing. You know that I'm laughing at them, but we told them about everything. We told them this is not election, this is election. Nigeria cannot get better. Nigeria cannot get it right. Even 100 years to come, they cannot get it right. They cannot. But they didn't listen. That's why IPOB said that there is no sit at home in Biafra land. So that when it happens, they will not blame the leadership. And to the glory of Chukwu Okabiama, everything happens. Everything happens according to the plan. They have rigged the election. They have selected Tinubu, their heartbeat, the one that the man is no longer alive because they just selected him because they know that he will not even pass 1 year. He will not pass 1 year. So that's why they selected him. So that they will put their Fulani back and start what they are doing and complete it. But people will not listen. Look at how they are keeping quiet, waiting for P2B to go to court. I used to ask them, which court are they going? Is it the one that discharged and acquitted our leader that they refused to obey? Or the one, which one are they going to? Which one will allow P2B to ascend to that Asorok, even though they declared him winner there? They won't allow him to go there. They won't allow him. They won't allow him. Rather, it will become a bloodshed. Well, I'm just watching them. It's just a nice movie to watch, rather. It's a nice movie to watch. And this my man that say that the man is just playing with people that doesn't have brain anymore, because one guy say that before you will work for 2 plots, you have to keep your brain at home, because your brain will not be needed. That's true. I saw one of their leaked secret on WhatsApp. Someone was asking them, please, is it today that the Biafra is coming? Someone should please answer me. And all of them that are there are just telling him to keep quiet, that you should not talk about it, that if you are an autoplot member, you shouldn't be asking this kind of question. The person ask him, is it a crime to ask this question? I'm just asking so that I will know. And they say that you should not ask about it, you should not ask about it, you should listen to our spokesperson. I love, because they have to keep their brain at home to follow Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa told them that our ship have arrived, and everything have arrived, but we have not completed the payment. These people, I don't know what is wrong with our people. That's why they are in Abia discussing that Simon Ekpa will say that he bring Biafra today, bring Biafra.
Mad Ndewo, your 3 minutes is so fast and the time is running. Mazo Jadi,
No problem, sir.
Mechuku
Thank you.
Kabiama. I will call you in if we have time over, Mazi. Mechuku Kabiama bless you, and may Elohim continue to be your strength. You're
Thank
always
you.
a royal speaker here every Sunday, and I
Thank,
expect that you continue to remain so. Mazi. You
thank
hear?
you.
Okay, you see, the truth is just what Mazo Jadi tried to touch right now. We want to remind everybody we are not fighting with the obedience. We only see them as our misguided brothers, those that ignorantly believe that there is a redemption for that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. So, and when you have family members that have other opinion in a place, you don't fight them, you let them convince themselves, and at the end of the day, it is not you that will explain to them the way forward. They will see the way forward. But this time around, we are telling the obedient, in this quagmire, they must stand up, because this is not a free issue. In this position, you people put yourself and most innocent citizens of that country, those that believe that there is no redemption in that country. It's time you guys stand up and reclaim mandate. And the solution is for you people to go on the street. Go back to that street you were following Mazipi to be up and down. Go back there, because those that are holding you down, okay, I don't need to. If it's the same court, we will see. It will happen. We are going to see. The story is still there to be told another day. Before we continue, let me hand the mic over to my comrade, Maziva, and after you, I'll be calling on Man. Comrade, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening. Good evening
Maz,
from
even
here.
in the mic is please.
Yes, good evening, our listeners. For those of us following this program always weekly, I say may Chukwu guide and protect all of us. For us to be here, it's not by mistake. For us to be here, it's not by error. For us to be here, no matter wherever you come from, be it from the west, from the north, from the south, if you find yourself in this Twitter space this evening, it is not by mistake that you are here, but you are here to learn, to educate yourself, and also to give your opinion on how things will be solved. You see, because we are all trapped in that cage, and we intend to together move away from the cage. Because in IPAB slogan, we say, you see, Mazi, concerning the sudden romance in which the Fulani is found in a Yoruba man called Tinubu, we will all remember that the Fulani under Muhammadu Buhari now, the so-called Muhammadu Buhari now ruling, they did not trust the Oshibajo, which is a Yoruba man serving as vice president in Nigeria under this administration, he was not trusted. When the president is leaving power, he cannot say, please, constitutionally, vice president take over. Oshibajo was called a coordinator without being given anything to do. They chased me away from Aso. Then let me come back now. We should ask ourselves, those of us listening, I think I'm talking so cool that we will understand ourselves right now. Ask yourselves, all of a sudden, why did Tinubu started this campaign with Emiloko? To remind the Fulanis of the contract they signed when Buhari died. For them to know that he hugely participated in hiding that charade, that crime against 250 Nigerian citizens. That their president died and he was not properly buried. For them hiding to be in power, Tinubu had to swallow it, hold it, and used it as his own advantage to come in power. And they signed it because Tinubu played a huge role in bringing the impostor in Abuja. And Fulani doesn't want to risk it because they have hidden it enough, and this is their last time. They will not risk it than to give it to Tinubu. That is why we told our obedient brothers that we have seen far. We have consulted all consultables. Know that they can never give it to another person except a Miloko. And when we are saying it, they thought that we are hating anybody. Somebody said, "Hey, let us support Mas. Let us support Obi, Peter Obi. He's our brother. If we support him, he goes there. He will help to bring Mas." And I asked him, "Is Mas Nnamdi Kanu from Niger Republic? Why can't we bring Mas Nnamdi Kanu out? Support to bring him out. Is Mas Nnamdi Kanu from Niger?" So, my brothers, if you are here this evening, you ask yourself another question again. Why did Obi made such a conference trying to calm the youth of Nigeria down so that they will not ask questions that they're supposed to ask through demonstration? Why did Obi do that? Because these are among the things he was asked to do while he was in London, to come and scatter the Biafra agitation and to calm the Nigerian youth down. That is why he's there. So we now, they don't have plan B. They are like a Nigeria, like an army zombie. Go front, go back, you go middle, you go. So they are like zombie. We are not against anybody, but IPOB getting the report card before the end of the school that it is failed, and they failed. So concerning our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu, last night I heard Evangelist Ebuko be praying. While he was praying, I heard it. Even Mazi Ikenga used it in his program this afternoon. That Martin Nnamdi Kanu's health is not okay. The way he saw it is not okay. He prayed for him and said God should liberate that young man because he did nothing. But somebody who called himself a brother to this man is after IPOB finance. It's after IPOB changing the comrades that are ruling in IPOB in units and in zones. Somebody is interested in the name of Kingsley Takano. Somebody is interested without talking about countering every move people are making to make sure that the world heard that his brother is sick and need to be released today and tomorrow. In fact, immediately, Takano, as evil as he is trying to use his juju and whatever he's doing to confuse Nyanya to be sucking money. Plus the one he collected from the Nigerian government and the Nigerian politicians. And he's still collecting. The election has come and gone. Takano, what is holding you from supporting your brother's release? It's among the contract you signed. The contract has gone. Their election is gone. Let them release our America for us before before you yourself will regret it. Because you are living wherever you're living, you can hear about somebody who went and do somebody something, and you only end in prison. The person with the place you are, nobody will kill you, but you have gone. But the person will be in prison, feeling well, feeling very, very well. So, my comrades, this evening we are here. The consequences of why the non-reaction of Nigerian citizens concerning this rigging of election. This is the same consequences they have to bear for not. I'm talking when Mass Nnamdi Kanu was released. Even Peter Obi kept quiet. He did not say anything. You cannot tell your brother at night and in daytime you start acting of him. Mass Nnamdi Kanu remains Nigerian nightmare, remains the and the Ogu IPOB host for Nigerian government and Britain. Mass, I stand by. Ndewo.
Ndewo Mazi Ivan, my God will continue to bless you. May Okike be your word are just the way it is, and there is no changing of narrative. You see, the truth is we put the word on notice, and I want to reiterate this right now. God have mercy on the souls of whoever in charge of that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. God have mercy on the soul of that contraption. If anything happens to our leader, it is not a threat, a promise. Because if 2,000 sects, Boko Haram, could almost destroy that country, God have mercy on the souls of a slave master and those that they are using as new to run that zoo. What at least 30, 40, 50, up to 70 royalists of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. What happens to that man? I think I'm not just saying, but the world should expect the worst if anything happens to him. And I hope everybody knows that one. Before I continue, I want to hand the mic over to Mazela. And Mazela, our last speaker today. After him, I will go back to I am of what to do today. Mazi, are you there? Mazi Lion Man.
Me.
Comrade, the mic is yours, please. Mazi Lion Man, can you hear me, comrade? Mazi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, am I coming out clear?
Now you are coming out. Your mic was for. Now the mic is yours, please.
Okay. Mazi, I must thank you so much for this work you are doing on Twitter Space. Semechukwu Kabiama continue to strengthen you and give you more wisdom and more understanding in this very Twitter space. God bless you so much. My name remains Mazi Lion Man Leon. I reside here in South America, Brazil precisely, and I'm from Obingwa province in Biafra land. My say on this issue of our leaders' health, that is my most concern, is Nigeria government and the British government understand properly the consequences of keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu illegally in detention, a man that does nothing and the man that God has discharged and acquitted, and then said is because of election that they are holding him there. Now election has come and go, and oh my God. Jesus.
just like as our leader Duma Kanu say, it's like the comrade is having problem. Mazi Lion Man is having problem, and when he's back, I will give the mic to continue. You see, like as our leader used to say, what is happening now are projected to happen. But what most of us does not know is what is about to come. We have a stolen mandate, obedient. We have a contraption called Nigeria where the judiciary is dead. We have international conspiracy government to tell the leading the winner of that election to go to court that has justice to deliver. And have the innocent youth that believed in one Nigeria stressing themselves. I think one of our speakers said something that the coming election on the 11th, if now they've put in themselves in a difficult situation, if they fail to go and vote on that particular day, these people will rig the governorship election and then say, this is the way the presidential election is. It is the voice of that speak in that governorship election that is this in the presidential election. He said if they defend their mandate on that day, out most of us that are there sitting in different governors, and then they can fight continuous. They can fight to claim their mandate. But I believe, as somebody in these Western worlds, that the only choice they have, even the governorship election, they should all go out on the street to defend their. Going out on the street, going out to kill your fellow innocent neighbor. Going out on the is does not mean going out on the street to destroy the business of people. Going out on the street, going out to disrupt government activities, to make the government understand that they are illegal, to make they has no power over you, to make the world see that you guys are aggrieved, that you guys are angry, that you guys will never accept this rigging, that you guys will never accept this, that you guys will never accept this suppression, that you guys are ready to take your destiny, that you take your freedom. I believe that is the best every one of you should do, just like the way the obedience in London went to Nigerian embassy to demonstrate the other. Moreover, I'm saying going there once is not enough. They should be ready to sleep in front of there, disrupt all the activities there, because there's more advantage. Nobody is going to kill them in London. And most of the obedience that are living outside here in Europe, they should make sure in their respective country where they are, that of Nigeria embassy there and disrupt all activity. Nothing will happen to them. And those back home should remember, since we want each and every one of you, and you decided to go to legitimize this looting, you should be brave enough to go back out on the street. Your candidate cannot make the call. CP2 cannot make that call. He can't just come out and say he's leading a protest, but he can lead when he see you people outside on the street. That is the way it works. In case most of you does not know, the press conference he came that to tell you people we are to prove it. Only a fool we take it as serious. Those of us that have foresight that know that for him to come out and make that statement, his one leg is already in prison. Definitely, he has people that are following him up and down to make sure he doesn't make wrong statements. Because when those former head of those criminals that call themselves former head of states that came to observe the shambolic selection called election were leaving, they knew exactly what transpired. They refused to say something. All they could say, candidates should go to a court where there is to go and prove his victory. I call it a joke you tell children, like a funny tales that you tell children. But this is our main objective remains our leader, who is very sick in this dungeon, who medication the past months, is suffering from heart problem. A man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya, in addition to that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. It is an international crime that the British ambassador to Nigeria, the midget, the devil herself, Katrina, and the American ambassador to that contraption called Zoo Nigeria, Mary Beth. It is a game that they played with their stars, the Fulani Janjaweed, the terrorists that are giving every mineral resources you have in that country to them. Game they play together to make sure, because they know that Lion was outside this shambolic section, he will be able to convince the citizens to do the. They know that if he's outside, he will make sure his watch that you don't fool the gullible youth sometimes, like as you did during the ENSA program, ENSA protest. I want to warn our people, those that are to watch their power, those that they are using to pull the agenda. They are now playing back upon every other thing that is happening. People, those idiots, those cowards that live, those that are loyal to the criminal, to the drug baron called Tinubu, those that are loyal to him. The only people as their enemy are Biafrans that are living there. What are the crime of these Biafrans? These are people that came believing in one Nigeria to develop that every Nigerians to be able to live out of abilities. Because if they listened earlier, as investment if they put it back home, there's a proverb you have in our place. If you still open down your shop, village, as you have what the market needs, they will travel from Gongola, from Sokoto, they will travel from wherever it is to come and buy that your goods. And that is the secret our eternal leader knew. Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. He knew that he placed that call that our people should make sure bring their investment back. The same call our spiritual and our supreme leader made also the year 2019. He reinstated that our people should back home, because whatever action we are going to take as IPOB family, we shall not retake restriction, because we shall never consider our brothers that invested their wealth in other territory. That is not our problem, because we know that a day like this will come. It is the same thing that happened after the 1965 election or 63 election, where Awolowo was rigged by the Fulanis, and at the end of the day, the Igbos were scapegoats to pay the price of that particular shambolic election that happens then. Dear Biafrans, I thank each and every one of you, because like as I said at the beginning of this program, this is a 1-hour program. We are here every Sunday, 7 p.m. time. But I will not leave this space today with remind our people that Biafra is our, and in Radio Biafra we worship Biafra way of life. What kind of Biafra are we fighting for? Or what kind of Biafra are we fighting for? Our leader was fighting to restore a Biafra, human dignity, where human life will be respected. We are fighting for a Biafra where there will be no shortage of power supply, water supply, a Biafra where there will be free education, a Biafra where there will be security for life and properties, a Biafra where roads for we to travel, a seaports, airports, that you can travel from every airport you have in every Biafran state to any part you want. A Biafra where we deem it necessary to support the existing industry so that they could compete internationally with other industry. From where the government will see it as necessity to support the entrepreneurs so that they can create more jobs for our people, for our economy to grow. A Biafra where you will have free healthcare system for all our citizens living in our territory. A Biafra where you will have somebody like me live here in the Western world know the last 20 years, those that are handicapped that cannot be able to get a government will see it as their duty to support them. Make it a duty that that there will be right to housing for every Biafran citizen. There will be right to Biafran citizen to have roof over his head. The government of the day will make it a necessity. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where accountancy will be the core goal. Like this nonsense, the bureau with Madam Nyanya try to over here in Germany. They will never. Jail is what is waiting. I wouldn't like to waste time on it, but at the end of the day, to these two people is that they will go to jail, and nobody will save them from it. That is just the fact. We are fighting to restore a Biafra where every human being, every citizen of Biafra will get justice in any court in Biafra land that he went to, where the justice will not depend on who you know. Is your family politically connected or not? The justice will be according to if you deserve it. If you are right, your right will be the justice you will get. And that is the way it is. And every citizen will respect the constitution of Biafra when it's restored, because the constitution will be the judiciary and the judiciary will be the constitution. The power will belong to the people and the people will be the government. I thank each and every one of us, but before we go, I have to remind us the voice of the class of 1967, those men that deem it necessary to protect our ancestral heritage, those men that sacrificed everything possible for us to be here today. Land of the rising sun we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our life or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is death for all we hold dear, Elohim, then let us die without a shred of fear. O God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness, the land of rising sun, the land of freedom, the land of great people, men that understood what it takes to live in this Mother Earth. We shall restore the kingdom of Chukwuka Biama on this Mother Earth against all odds. There will be no retreat, no surrender until Biafra land is restored. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we pass. When we oppose the wound of the battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. We shall our trumpet peal, then shall our trumpet peal the glorious song of victory. We scored O might and wrong. Biafrans, I thank each and every one of you. I thank the host for providing platform for us. We salute our leader, Onyenduma Nandekano, wherever he is. May we be with him. May he understand and may he feel all of us, knowing fully well we got his back. May the strength that Elohim gave him, may he reveal to him that we are ready to do the undoable if anything should happen to him, may he know that we remain, he is our strength, and we remain behind him, and nothing shall happen to him, no harm. We thank Okike for the protection of the leader of the HDOS, Mazi Chike Doziem, a man that in the absence of has remained true to the core, a man that had made sure that all the blueprint that was handed over to him, that he is implementing them one after the other. The doors are wise, Umuchukwu Kabiama. We thank the DOS for their wisdom. And the same thank goes to the men of Eastern Security Network. We shall ever remain grateful for their sacrifices. And we say, may Chukwu Kabiama continue to guide and protect them and remain their strength forevermore. He said, from me, from here, it is good evening. Shalom.